Hey, hello, hi, how you doing? We are back with channel control. So, as you're seeing, we've been gone for quite some time. We had a little thing in California, went to San Diego Comic-Con. It's a little convention thing. And I lost the other two guys out there, so we'll see BC when we see him. Matt, who knows? I secretly think he really doesn't like y'all. But that's between us. Anyway, let's not waste any time. Let's just go right into our show. Get shit started. So, we found out this week that the producers at Kevin Can Wait have decided to kill off Erin Hayes' character, Donna, who played Kevin's wife on the show. Now, a couple weeks back, I did mention that she was leaving the show. That one day they just up and said, hey, you know what? You're out and we're bringing in Leah Remini, who played a character on the show at the season ender. So they finally came out and said, yeah, okay, well, we're going to kill off her character. Which is some shit they did back in the day when someone just didn't fucking like you. You pissed somebody off and they wanted you dead. Now, there are rumors that from a while back, not currently, but there were things said that Kevin James is kind of an asshole to work with and so on. So it might have been his idea. Who knows? But the second season premiere is going to jump a couple months ahead, and they're just going to say, hey, she died tragically. I don't know if it's an accident, some medical thing that they didn't know about. But yeah, they're getting rid of her completely. I mean, there's no chance for a comeback, nothing. And here's what BC has to say about that.
What's up, Rob, Matt, if you're there, how y'all doing? Once again, I'm sorry that I'm unable to be at Channel Control for another week, but as you can tell, I am here in fabulous Sin City, Las Vegas, standing right across the street from the Bellagio. Look over there, you can see Caesars. I'll turn over this way, and you can see the Eiffel Tower, Paris, Bally's, everything's going down. Having a good time out here, celebrating my birthday. But I did want to send something in to talk to you guys a little bit about some television that's going down. Now, the only piece of news that I'm going to cut into here and talk about is definitely this King of Queens 2. The fact that they're killing off, I forget the character's name or the actress's name, but they're killing off Kevin James's wife, and we're bringing back on Leah Remini, which is really weird to me because it's basically already on the King of Queens set. So the fact that we are now basically making a remake of King of Queens is really odd, man. I cannot believe that this has happened, and the fact that they're killing her off, like that seems kind of permanent. You couldn't just have them get a divorce or something, have her be a character on the show. You had to kill her off. I don't know. It's really interesting. It's really weird. I guess we'll have to wait to see how it goes. I don't actually watch it because I don't have CBS. I'm not paying for their service, but I did like King of Queens, so maybe this will help the show continue to grow. Who knows? We'll wait and see.
So like BC said, it's King of Queens 2, the new generation, whatever, the next generation King of Queens. And yeah, I hope they're happy with what they did. Honestly, this is a really shitty thing that they fucking did. But you know what? I have nothing to do with this show. All I do is tell you people about it. So let's move along to Confederate, which is a show that was brought up by the showrunners or people involved with Game of Thrones. The guys' names I don't have down right now, but it's going to be an HBO series. That's just a alternate history story about what if the Confederacy won the Civil War. So all those states that seceded, they won, and they stayed seceded, and they're by themselves. Well, you know, whatever. However, the major thing is slavery still exists. Now, they mentioned this, they announced this July 19th, just before we left for San Diego Comic-Con, and I only heard about it after I got back, because, you know, there's a lot of things doing on there. I get back, and then the stories start coming out about Confederate. And I'm like, do we really want this show on in this political climate? Do we need a show like this? Now, even though I said that, I'm kind of leery about it. I'd still like to see it. Let's see what they have to say. I mean, there are a certain group of peoples out there that will love a show like this and commend HBO for being so brave and putting on a show that shows the way things should be. Sons of bitches. And that's the reason why I was kind of like, about this show. However, they did say that they're going to try to portray this in the right light. They're trying to tell a certain story. It's going to be leading into the third Civil War, the third U.S. Civil War. So right now it's kind of, I mean, the show is still up in the air. Well, actually, no, it's not up in the air. HBO is like really saying they're all really pushing this thing. Now, this was only in the works for, I think, a couple of months now. It's still very early. They're still working on this thing. And who knows? We may get something that's actually pretty good. My thing is, if it gets people talking about what's going on now, and I mean trying to resolve shit, then yeah, fine. But if the show just causes further division within the U.S., that may be something they need to get rid of quick. But again, it's very early. It's not on TV yet. It won't be. I don't even think they said when they're expecting to be on TV. Probably after Game of Thrones is off. So we shall see what happens. Now, on the flip side of that, we have a show that has been in development for well over a year by Aaron McGruder, the guy that did the Boondocks. Not Boondock Saints, you know, like Riley, Huey, Grandpa, and yeah, the cartoon, that series, yeah, that Boondocks. And Will Parker, producer of Girls Trip and Ride Along. It's going to be a Amazon series, and it's kind of the flip of what Confederate is. And this show, Black America, which has been under development for over a year, and they only came forward with it after the whole Confederate hoopla to do whatever that came up after they announced that show. And this show is where Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama were given to the former slaves as reparations. Yep. Instead of saying, you're going to get your 40 acres as a mule, they just said, all right, how many slaves do we have? Okay, you know what? For all the slaves, that's your land. This is now yours. This is your territory. Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. Have at it. And these three states become their own nation called New Colonia, I believe it is. And it takes place around about now, where Confederate would also take place in 2017. This is also taking place in 2017. However, the thing is, New Colonia is kind of thriving, while the United States is actually in a decline. And how will it affect the nation of New Colonia? And how will New Colonia try to help the U.S.? I heard that and it was like, okay, this is interesting. This is something I'd like to see. And I mean, it's not just, oh, we give the black people 3 states and everything's all great and happy. No, there are things like over the years, over decades of assassination attempts, coups, people trying to work with the U.S. outside of U.S. trying to get their way into New Colonia's government. I mean, there's still conflict. Only problem is, or I won't say a problem, only thing is that New Colonia is flourishing while the US is dying. And this is one I would also like to see. I'm not so touchy about it as far as the way I was with Confederate, but this one seems really freaking interesting. So hopefully they get both of these shows done. And even though I'm all yay to see Black America, to see what that story would be like, I am also interested in seeing Confederate and what they do with it. So those are those two stories, and let's push on by. American Horror Story Cult. There's a lot of political shit going on. First of all, they said that this season of American Horror Story will be inspired by the 2016 election. Now, how it's going to affect, or what they're going to do on the show to show what the inspiration is, I don't know. I think we can all take a pretty good guess as far as just we want this guy, we don't want this person. It's just the bandwagon jumping that went on. But I'm not going to go into that. That's something completely different. If you want to hear that, you can listen to The New Underground with Jason Taft Darling, and Sometimes I Show Up. Anyway, yeah, it's supposed to be inspired by the 2016 election. Emma Roberts will be returning to the show. She hasn't been on since 7, I believe it's season 4 was the last time she was on. And Kathy Bates will be taking her leave of the show. So she's been on since, I think, the second season. I can't remember seeing her in the first season. So, yeah, Kathy Bates been there for a while, and she's saying ta-ta to the whole show. Other actors returning, of course, Evan Peters, Sarah Paulson. They've been there from day one. There was another girl, but I can't remember her name. I didn't put it down here. So, but Evan Peters, Sarah Paulson, they're back. I mean, that's basically their show. So they're always going to be on there. Billie Lourd, who was with Emma Roberts in Scream Queens, she played the girl that wore the earmuffs or the headphones all the time. Billy Eichner and Lena Dunham. Lena Dunham's going to die a horrible death. I'm actually a little bit interested in watching this show, not because of the election thing, just because this is an odd season. And for me, all the odd season American Horror Story shows were the good ones. The even numbered seasons, 2, 4, 6, sucked. As far as I was concerned, I did not like them at all. But everything that had an odd number, first season, especially the very first season, which to me is the best one, the Murder House or Horror House or whatever, that was the best one. So this is season 7. I'm expecting this one to be good. Okay, so let's move into our channel surfing. Now, one of the shows that I've been watching recently has been Midnight Texas. I watched 2 episodes so far. By the time you watch this, it will be the 3rd episode will be on that day or night, which is Monday. So far, it's okay. When I watched the first episode, I was like, it's something about this show that seems very familiar. And at the end of the show, I realized that it's a show or books by Charlene Harris. Charlene Harris, if you know, did True Blood. And this series has a very strong True Blood feel to it, not pushing the whole vampire thing. There is a vampire there, but he's a bit different. He doesn't have to bite. He just touches you, kind of like an energy vampire, almost. But most of the people living in this town is some type of creature. So we have werewolves, lycanthropes, were-tigers, angels. There's one girl who seems to be kind of the vampire's Renfield. She's got a bunch of guns. She's a real badass. And yeah, as far as right now, the show's okay. I don't have any problems with it. It's still early, but I'm still interested enough to keep watching the show. There are some shows where they come up and I'm just like, oh, fuck this. I haven't said that yet. I don't know what some of the other guys' thoughts about this are. But, whenever they decide they want to show up, we'll find out from them. What's my next show? Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency, which is on Hulu right now. I think it was a BBC America show. It's on Hulu. They have all the episodes there right now. It's a very weird show, pretty funny. If you ever read the books, I don't know how close it is. I mean, I read the first book and I barely remember it. So the TV series is good. You will like it. It is a bit odd. Check it out. If you like weird stuff, you like comedy, you like British TV series, you will like this one. Or if you like anything about Doctor Who, not saying this is exactly the same, but if you like anything about Doctor Who without all the destroying of aliens and a lot more comedy, if that makes any sense to you, if that description makes any sense, then watch it because the show will make sense to you. BC has something to say to us about his channel surfing.
As far as channel surfing, guys, I'm really disappointed. I did not get to watch any of Shark Week 2 weeks ago because I do not have cable. I cut the cord and I could not get away to watch Discovery. Rob told me I could watch it on my phone, which I tried to do, but I could not. I could not send it from my phone to the TV, and just sitting there watching on my phone kind of bothers me. So I didn't get to watch any of Shark Week. But the one thing I wanted to say about it was the fact that when we talked about it a while back when we were talking about Michael Phelps racing a shark, and we didn't know how it was going to be. He ended up racing a computer-generated shark, and that I could not believe that. That was absolute bullshit. But, it is what it is. That sucks, but you got to do what you got to do, I guess. Other than that, what I'm really watching right now is I'm in my rewatch of Defenders. I'm going through Daredevil Season 1 right now. I'm going to go through all of it before Defenders hits. I'm so excited. I forgot how good that season of Daredevil was, that opening season. Man, it is absolutely incredible. Some of the best television on Netflix. So that's what I'm watching right now. How about you guys? Channel Control, keep it up. This is BC. Hit me up on Twitter at RealJackassBC. That's RealJackassBC. We'll see y'all next time. Viva Las Vegas.
All right. Thank you, BC. Now, let's get into our DVD releases. Okay. I haven't done these for a while now, so there are a bunch of these things. Well, there's more than I usually talk about. So, let's start off with Duck Dynasty Season 11, the final season. Really? 11 seasons? I watched maybe 5 episodes of whatever fucking season, I do not know. And this thing lasted 11 seasons? Okay. Emerald City Season 1. I watched maybe 2-3 episodes of this. It did not appeal to me at all. Not at all. If you want to watch it, though, it is on Hulu. You can check it out there. Or if you liked it, you can buy the DVD. I'm not. Girls, Season 6. This was one of the very first shows that I talked about when I started this whole thing. When it ended, and I never watched an episode, but after I did that episode, I went and I started watching Girls, and Girls to me, well, it wasn't weird. Not Donald, what's his name? Adam Driver. Adam Driver's character, he was strange. Lena Dunham's character, how she interacted with him in the first, I think I've watched the first 4 episodes, something like that, and I was like, this is the girl that's this big feminist that's, but I guess it's the beginning. It's the start of this whole series. I haven't watched anything past the 4th episode. Again, it's on HBO. I have access to HBO Go. I can watch whenever I want. I just, Plus, right now, it's Game of Thrones. So, every Game of Thrones takes precedence over anything else. Pretty Little Liars, they have the complete 7th and final season, and they also have the complete series set. So if you watched Pretty Little Liars and you like it, there it is. As far as where you can find it, I really have not looked for this one, but it would be between either Netflix or Hulu. I really don't look for a lot of things on Amazon. When I go to Amazon, it's because there's something specific that I want to watch there. My main viewing sites, channels, whatever, is Hulu and Netflix. If it ain't there, then I'm just watching regular old TV. Big Little Lies, Season 1. I'm not even going to attempt to tell you about this because I know nothing about this show. But the DVD is available, so that's what you got. Crashing, the complete first season. And we finally have, one second, Blind Spot Season 2. I watched the first episode, and I think I kind of had I know I had the second episode on as background noise. So yeah, they really didn't catch me with the first one. All I wanted to do was see Jamie Alexander get out of that bag naked. And yeah, not like they're going to show anything on network TV, but hey, this is Jamie Alexander getting out of a bag naked. Gotta watch it. So yeah, I watched that and I just couldn't get into it. The missus, she watches it, she likes it, but she doesn't want to get on camera, so she can't tell you anything about it. But all I can tell you is DVD is available. Should be coming out this week, I believe. All the others are already available. Blind Spot will be available this week, and Blind Spot you can also find on Hulu. So I think that is it right now. If you're seeing these things, Daredevil from SDCC. I was going to sell one on eBay, but I think I'm going to do a giveaway instead. So if you want this one, I'm going to need people to subscribe and tell your friends about it, because I'm going to need a lot of subscribers. And when I say a lot, I'm talking thousands. I'm doing this shit like frequent flyer miles. The amount I paid for this thing is what I need in subscribers to give it away. I mean, I'm not asking you to buy anything. All you got to do is go to the YouTube page and click subscribe. Tell your friends about it. We've also got this t-shirt to give away, but this will be done through SCNS Live. So you'll have to watch the show this week to find out how you're going to get that. And there's also this Kingsman fidget spinner. Golden Circle. Something we got. And both of these items will be given away on SCNS Live. Check out the show this week. Thursdays, 8 p.m. Central. It's going to be Jason, Cora, Matt, BC, me, and whatever guests we may get to show up. I think a couple guys may be out this week, so we'll have other guests in. And I think that's about it. That's about all the show we got. So, yeah. Channel Control, social media stuff all down there from Matt, BC, and myself. And that's it. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us on this show. And I'm glad to be back. And I hope you're glad to see me back again. Hopefully, maybe, possibly. Goodbye.